kind of get yourself back to 100%?
You know what? It's one of those things that happen. Every player goes through injuries, and you can use that time to recalibrate and find areas where you can grow. And I try to do that, and I think that's probably why I'm being rewarded here with call-up.
Was that the physical or mental stuff that you were looking for to kind of help improve your game? Or?
Bit of both.
Okay.
But yeah, being away from the game a little bit makes you appreciate what we get to do every day. And so I try to look at things from that lens.
How about, what's your season been like with the Marlies? Like, what have you been able to take from those things that you learned and kind of
Yeah, it's been transition's been real smooth. We've been winning a lot more, when I step back in the lineup. And, I think down there we can all feel better about our game when the team's winning and, try to carry that into this team.
If you do get a look, what do you think is your best asset that you can bring to this team?
I just say I'm smart, make a simple play, use my feet when I can. If I have a chance to be physical, I'm going to try to hit and go from there.
There's kind of a moment there with you and Chief just before practice got going, if I'm not mistaken. I just wonder if you can share, what he wants and expects from you.
Nothing groundbreaking. He kind of just told me to play my game, and I'm up here for a reason. And but yeah, probably the rest of it leave between us.
What keeps? How do you go about processing and keeping yourself in the right frame of mind as you work your way through things? Like you said, trying to appreciate the things that weren't there for a while when it comes to the game.
Yeah, kind of like I alluded to earlier. It's one of those things when you don't get to do what you love every day, and you have to take a step back. It just leaves room for gratitude. And when I came back, I was, I was fresh, which I think is a big thing in a long pro season. I've played a lot of pro hockey here, and I try to use that to my advantage instead of thinking it was a disadvantage. I get to come in fresh in the middle of the season and provide a boost for my team.
Who are you tight with here? Like who do you know well?
Well, obviously Quillen.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Works so hard, and it's great to have him up here with me. And but just being around the organization, I've met a bunch of guys. Our defensemen are awesome, and they've been real great with me coming in and making me feel comfortable. So, a lot of our vet defensemen have been around for a while, so I know them.
You talked about the appreciation you have, when you've been away and what you have at this level. Does that factor into maybe even how you approach and maybe change or try to evolve even more with your game at this level?
Yes and no. I mean, just try to work hard every day, but try to stick with what's gotten me here, not play outside myself. Everyone's got a role on a team, and you got to lean into your role at whatever level it is, and that's the mindset coming in here.
Do you have any doubt that Quillen's going to be everyday NHLer eventually?
No, none.
Yeah.
When it comes to the leadership group, and apologies if it's repetitive, but just I guess maybe the messaging and that the leadership group wants everybody in this room to have when you look at the way things are going and the importance of the rest of this road trip.
Yeah, I think just really making the window extremely small, and tomorrow, today we wanted to have a good practice, work on some things. I think put a cap on last night and move forward and get ready for a great challenge coming into Van. Obviously, always a good atmosphere every year when we come here, and should be an exciting hockey game and a great opportunity for us to get back at it. So I think just keeping that window real small, real focused on one day at a time in our next game, our next challenge, and continue to work on the things that we need to, and stick together here. I think it's easy to get down, easy to get negative, but how you go through adversity or challenges is really embracing the opportunity to grow, to come together and find your way through it.
What could it mean if you do get Willie back in the lineup? Obviously, everybody knows how talented he is, but what would it do to this roster to get him back? Yeah,
I mean, you're talking about one of the best wingers in the game, and his ability to make something happen at any moment. The ultimate game breaker, and certainly just the driver for us. So, no doubt, if he's back, it'll be a big boost for the group.
Looks like the chance Marshall gets in. What is the most to you about him and the times you have spent on the ice with him?
I think he's just. I think there's a tremendous amount of inner belief in himself, and just and how he goes about his business and working for his opportunity and you know, just doing whatever he can to give himself that opportunity and to make the most of it. So I think there's a real strong just inner belief to him, and I think he understands the type of game that's going to make him successful and that he's going to play. And I think he showed that, whether it's in preseason or you know, being around him throughout training camp and practices and things like that, and getting to know him a little bit in the off season at times. So, you know, if he's in, excited for his opportunity.
Does it feel like heavy at all going through this, John? Or how would you describe just the state that the group is in right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously aware that things haven't been going well, and you know, I think human nature tell you when results are what you want them to be, there just seems to be a little bit more lightness to your step. But that's the challenge of trying to embrace and making that choice internally that you know, it's an opportunity to learn, opportunity to grow, and we got to continue to stay at it and be excited for the challenge ahead and coming through it.
So what are you looking for? What allows you to say, I wasn't good enough to play in Seattle, but I'm good for?
Well, first of all, like I hadn't skated 100% before the Seattle game, so I mean, was able to skate 100% yesterday in that morning skate. So to see how that feels after a day, and then on another day of 100% like practice skate. So I mean, builds it up to the point where I can play.
How hard was it to be patient from this, just given that it was an aggravation, and then you kind of have to just make sure, kind of nip it in the bud and not have it happen again?
Yeah, I mean, first time around it felt like, you know, and then it happened again, same thing, so that was pretty frustrating, but, you know, best way to take care of it is the way I'm doing it now, and, you know, hopefully it's something in the back view mirror.
How much have you
No, I feel great, so I feel good.
How much have you missed playing?
Yeah, it's been, you know, I missed so many games this year. Most of it were missed, so it's been very tough, you know, while being out there every night and playing, so it'll be nice to hopefully be out there tomorrow night.
How different or, I guess, tough is the schedule this year? Just, it's really condensed with the break coming up. Do you notice it?
I feel like when the schedule started getting crazy is when I kind of got hurt. So I had like 2 weeks off, and then I had another played a week and a 4 weeks off or 2 weeks off. So I mean, I haven't really been in the thick of it yet, but I mean, coming back from Olympic break, I'll feel it for sure.
At any point in that stretch, were the Olympics in doubt in your mind? Like, did it ever cross your mind?
No, I mean, I knew the whatever the injury, like what it was, so I wasn't too worried about it.
How much was Sweden calling you to make sure you're okay?
Honestly, they just called me like yesterday and asked like if everything's good, and I said yeah, everything's good. So they haven't really been calling too much.
I know you're focused on the NHL season right now, but how much are you looking forward to representing Sweden?
Yeah, I mean, I think that experience is going to be incredible, and you know, playing with Team Sweden and playing against the best players in the world at an Olympics is something that, I mean, doesn't happen too often, and, you know, it'll be a first for me, so I'm going to be very excited for it.
Not being able to play is tough, I'm sure, but also all the teams going through this losing streak, how hard has that been to just kind of watch from up top and not be able to kind of help the team out that way?
Yeah, I mean, the first time we were cooking and playing really well, so then it was, you know, nice to sit up there and watch everybody play really well, and now it's been a little bit frustrating. Obviously, want to be out there and, you know, help the team try to win and stuff. So yeah, it's been a little bit, you know, shitty sitting up there.
What are you looking at when you are forced to watch from up above? Like, are you analyzing the opponent? Are you looking at your teammates? Like, how do you take in a game?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it like how we're playing as a team, and, you know, yeah, it's basically what I'm looking at, and, you know, you see individuals when they have great games and make great plays and stuff like that. So.
Teams never really gone through this kind of stretch in your entire Leafs career. What gives you confidence that you guys might be able to get out of this?
Yeah, I mean, we started like this. I mean, had a stretch like this, and we got out of it. now next time when we do get out of it, we got to stay out of it. So, yeah.
For Canada, it's gold or disappointment. Silver would be a disappointment. Does it feel the same for Sweden?
Same for Sweden.
Same for
sure.
Sweden?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, I mean, that's the one thing you go there for. I think going there for the mindset to be happy with a silver or a bronze. I mean, why are you going then?
You're going to be, I guess, depended on as one of the team's best players. So you'll be depended on to drive the offense for Sweden. How does that sit with you being like the guy for Sweden?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it, and I'm happy to be in that position for sure.
What will it mean if Willie comes back? What's he mean to this team?
Yeah, well, he means a lot, obviously. What he provides with his skill and, leadership and all, what he does for our team makes us way more dynamic for sure in a lot of areas.
So he is in? Or?
There's a good chance he'll be in tomorrow.
How about Marshall Rifai?
Yeah, I'm going to make us, give him an opportunity. Well, not an opportunity, but make a change on defense tomorrow. He'll go in tomorrow, and he's was unfortunate with his injury this year, but he went down and done a good job with the Marlies, and we want to get a look at him here.
What have you liked about his game?
I love his feet and his competitiveness. I think is the two things that stand out for me. He's got real good feet and highly competitive guy.
He said during his time off, he used a lot of time to kind of spend on some of the physical and mental stuff that he could work on. Like,
Yeah.
Are you seeing that difference from him last year to this year? Like, based on what you've seen from him in practice?
What I've seen, since I've been here from last year to this year, is this guy is highly prepared. You notice little things with some of these guys, how early they get to the rink every day in their preparation, and he's a good pro. He does all the right things, and a lot of times it's important that these guys do take the mental side approach. That's going to definitely help their game.
What is it that separates a really, really good minor league pro from a really, really good NHL pro?
I've always said it was competitiveness. I really believe that. I mean, obviously talent for sure. You got to have the ability to play in the NHL, but a lot of times to me, I've seen guys in the minors over the years that have the ability to play in the NHL, but they don't have the competitiveness to play in the NHL. It's, to play in the NHL, you have to be highly competitive. It's just all the preparation that goes into what's needed daily to play in the NHL. And I'm not sure, everybody's cut out for that. It's a grind. You got to do a lot, and you got to, prepare every day. So that's the difference for me.
Are you taking Kelly off the top unit?
Yeah, Willie will go there.
Yeah, it's just simple as Willie coming back. That's it.
Well, it gives us a right-hand shot too, which we didn't have one. But PP's done a pretty good job without Willie. But with Willie there, I think we're a lot more dangerous with a right-hander and his ability that he has.
What was the vibe coming into today following last night?
Yeah, like I talked to the team after the game, talked again this morning. We did a lot of really good things in that game. I mean, I think we gave up 6 chances 5-on-5. Like, you don't lose those games a lot of times. Did a lot of good things, but the one area of the game for me that we still have to improve upon is the costly turnovers that end up in goals or just cost you in general. That's the one area that we gotta get under control, in my opinion. But I thought our team defended well. They did a lot of good things. We had tons of zone time. I thought the team was highly competitive in the game.
With the mistakes, are those just mental moments in that time, or are there things you're actually able
I
to
think they're both. I think they are mental at some times, but I think it's just a mindset for me. Like, sometimes we just want to be too cute, in my opinion, and we can't be. I go back to last year. I think we put pucks deep, second or third most in the NHL, and it's a winning recipe, and it's not an easy way to play. I'm not going to sit here and admit it is, but it works.